I am developing a podcast that I'll soon launch, which is called In Development. It's a Hollywood term. Obviously, if you live around here, you know that somebody's talking about a project being in development, but it's also a very personal term. That's the part that matters to me the most. And the question that I have to ask you is not in relation to the podcast, but in relation to you. In what ways are you willing to be in development, to recognize that you are still in development, and to act on that knowledge? And in what ways are you willing at this point in your life to say, I'm done, I've grown in that capacity, I'm no longer able to do more than I've done? Do you believe that to be true, or are you just lying to yourself in order to not put in greater effort that might result in a greater version of you? A greater version of you that we will get to behold and encounter and experience, and a greater version of you that you'll find in the mirror. I often often think about and love somebody's quote that says, don't compete with other people. Compete with yourself of yesterday. Can I today be a better version of myself than I was yesterday in that tiny regard, in that little aspect of who I am? The way that I ate this morning, not only the food, but the way that I consumed it, and even my relationship to it, my gratitude for it, the realization of a blessing in food, for instance, or my willingness to get out of bed at this hour and not that hour, or in my willingness to open a book that might yield wisdom and a greater sense of my own understanding of the world around me and the world within me, the world that is me. There's a Jewish concept, a Talmudic concept that says that you and I are universes unto ourselves. Every human being is olam katan, a world or a universe unto his or herself. Don't we want that world to constantly be evolving for the better? We often look at the world around us with despair and say it's going in the wrong direction. It can't change back to what it was. I don't think that's always true. I also don't think that we can't be positively regressive. We can go back to better versions of ourselves that we knew in previous ages, and we can move forward toward a better version of ourselves because the world deserves it, and so do we. Who wants to stagnate? Who wants to say, I'm done, I'm cooked, I'm fully developed? Why not live with the realization and the motivation that comes from knowing that you are still and always will be in development?